Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for watching this video about how to apply strip lashes. I hope I do not disappoint you. If this is your first time watching, thank you so much for watching, and by the end of the video, if you like what you see, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to tap the bell so that you know whenever I upload a video. And if you are one of my subscribers, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. And so I'm going to be doing this top lash eyelash strip tutorial, and you guys, I have really gone above and beyond with thinking about how to really simplify it and make it really easy for you. This is a beginner friendly video. So, and actually it was inspired by so many of my friends just asking me, like, how do you put on strip lashes? Or how long does it take you to do those? Or do you actually put those on and take them off every day and every night? And I'm like, yeah, it's easy. But you all know repetition is the mother of skill. I've been doing this for a really long time now, so I feel like I'm very qualified in showing you how to do this. So if you're interested in watching and learning, stay tuned. Okay everyone, so before we actually start this video, in some of my older videos, I thought it would be a really good idea to kind of say something inspirational, either in my own words or something that I've seen. And what I would do is create a little clip and you would see the writing, but I just want to say it this time, that being this. So often we allow the actions and the words of others to play a huge role in how we feel and identify with ourselves. Now, it could be something from your childhood, something, your father not being present, your mother not being present, you know, maybe a relationship that you have with someone being dumped, being rejected, being ignored, you know, someone telling you that you're worthless, you know, all of these different things that will happen in our life, either early on or currently. And you know, especially as children, these things affect us and our character and our thought process as adults. So what I want to invite you to do going forward is this. You need to have such a strong, profound knowledge of who you are, okay, and what you stand for. You need to own that power, so that when someone says and does something to you, you are unaffected, unbothered, and not changed, and your opinion of yourself is not swayed, okay? And you need to stand in that truth and live your life in that way, because words are so hurtful. Actions can be even worse, okay? So just stand true in who you are. Get to know who you are, love yourself for who you are, and then, you know, you'll be stronger and you'll thank me later for it. And so that's kind of my message for you today. So let's talk about eyelashes now. Okay, so what you're gonna need is, of course, your lashes, glue, tweezers, and of course, a mirror, period. That's all you're gonna need. I'm going to be putting on a natural pair of lashes that are comfortable, that I really like. You guys, just so you know, I was wearing a short blonde bob wig, and like, look at how many, I just want to show you. I burned myself 1, 2, 3 times, and thank God they're finally starting to go away. But how do you burn yourself 3 times? Not 3 separate times. This is all in, you know, me doing my hair in one day, not, you know, different days. So it's just like, oh, annoying. Anyway, okay, so I have seen people apply lashes in many different ways. I will show you those ways, and then as you practice, you can kind of see how you feel comfortable putting them on. So let's start with the way that I normally do it. So whenever you use lash glue, just, you know, be cognizant of whenever you put it on the band that you need to let it get dry a little bit and tacky, and usually it takes about 60 seconds. So what I like to do is put it on both and then wait a little bit, and then I apply them each individually. Okay, so what I'm about to share with you guys right now is a very critical step whenever you're applying eyelashes, and that is this. You have to pay attention to the width of your eyelash, your top lash, because from here to here, if you have the wrong width, then if it's too short, then it's gonna look silly. And if it's too long and it's way out here, then it's gonna look silly. So you wanna make sure that the eyelash band matches the width of your lid, okay? So that's the first thing. So just so you know, if it is too wide, you know, from your inner corner to your outer corner and you've got extra space, you can always cut it, and that's like no big deal. I like to cut it, you know, depending on the lash. Sometimes I cut it on the inside because I want to keep that length. So I cut the shorter end. That's how I like to do it. So I'm gonna apply this lash, put the glue on. The glue has been sitting on it. You wanna make sure it's tacky. And before you apply the lash, you just wanna take it and do this. Or sometimes what I like to do is I'll put a drop of the glue on my hand around the same time that I apply it to the band. And then I can just kind of test the drop that's on my hand, and it's gonna be the same consistency as the glue that is on your band, okay? So we're gonna apply these bad boys. This is how I like to apply them. So a lot of people, I use my fingers. So I like to take it, gently press down so I can see the hairs on my lid. And you place the eyelash, trying to make it so where you guys can continue to see, right in your lash line, like that, okay? So once you've done that, you're not done. Take your tweezers and you just kind of perfect it, okay? Push that down, make sure that's stuck. These are not the best tweezers, you guys. You want to get some that are skinnier, that give you more control. And you just want to make sure when you're looking, I'm looking up at them, I can tell that you can tell if there's a gap or space. Come on, stick glue. You can tell if there's a gap or space in between your lashes and the strip. And I don't like to see that space there. So I'm gonna hold this there in place just to make sure it sticks. Okay, so I've got it on, and once it's on, I like to take it and push it up to my lash line like this. And once it's dry a little bit, you can kind of take it and, like, sometimes I like to really just go through it and shape and form it, because, you know, I always like this to flare. And then I take this and I put this down because I like it to go from down to like an up position. That really, really makes it look flared. So I hold this. And this is kind of like what I was telling you, that the eyelash will form to your eye. If you're ever in a situation where you're out and this part right here starts to pop up, let me tell you a little trick. First of all, you always want to keep your glue in your handbag, okay? Always keep your lash glue in your handbag, because you never know when you're gonna need to fix it, okay? The last thing you want to do is just have to take them off because they're halfway coming off. So what you can do is you want to keep a toothpick and your lash glue in your bag, and then what you do, rather than taking the whole thing off, just put a little bit of glue on your toothpick and let it get tacky, and you just simply slide it underneath the part that's lifting, and then you push it down, and then it's fine, okay? So that's how I like to do it. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more, and you can see that this is all in my lash line, the whole strip, okay? And it just looks very, very natural. So you guys, I'm gonna put this other lash on, and I'm gonna do something, a little trick that one of my aunts showed me. My aunts, actually, both my Aunt Barbara and my Aunt Deborah, they are the ones that actually got me into wearing strip lashes. And I'm gonna show you this, what my husband likes to refer to as a ninja trick, that I think makes the lash look even better. You guys see this little crappy eyelash extension that's still hanging on for dear life? Yeah. So anyways, again, the the technique that I'm using this time, just putting that down and putting this on in my hairline, tweezers. You guys, I had 2 cups of coffee this morning and I'm shaking for dear life. What in the world? Sorry, that was not real, that was me joking. But anyways, so you put it on in your lash line and then you take your tweezers and you just, gosh, sorry, hope you guys can see. Push it up to your lids. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm going to squeeze my skin over it, little by little, so it literally looks like it's growing out of your lid. Very comfortable, lightweight. And I like to follow where my hair and my actual eyelid begins and ends, and that's how I determine where I put my strip at. So if you put the lash too far over in your inner corner, after a little while, they may feel okay at first. It may feel okay at first, but after a little while, what's going to happen is sometimes it starts to poke. So every time you blink, which is very often, every time you blink, you're gonna feel a little poke right here, and it's gonna itch and it's gonna just poke and it's gonna be annoying. And then your eyes are gonna start watering. And then when your eyes start watering, that's actually going to loosen the adhesive, which is gonna allow your lash to pop up. And it's just like a horrible, vicious domino effect of things that can happen. So sometimes what I like to do whenever I'm putting on my lash is I'll put them on and I'll slide it back just a little bit. You have just a few seconds to play around with the lash. Once you put it on, you can kind of slide it back, slide it this way and slide it this way before it actually locks in and sticks. And I like to slide it over just a little bit so it's not way over in my corner, and then it won't cause me, you know, annoyance, you know, midday wearing them. So that's one little thing I want you to be cognizant of. Okay, you guys, so those lashes are now off. I am getting ready to apply the thicker lashes just to show you the other technique that I've seen girls apply lashes. This is probably the most common way that girls apply lashes. And another thing I wanted to tell you is I can show you how to apply lashes all day, but until you start applying them and practicing on yourself, then you're still never gonna really feel comfortable. You can't just watch this video. You have to watch this video and then try what I'm telling you to do. Okay, you guys, so the last way I just showed you, basically you close one eye while looking out of the other eye at what you're doing, and you look at your lash line and you apply the lash either with your tweezers or your fingers, and then you take your tweezers and you just fix it accordingly. So this is a brand new pair of lashes, you guys. I just want to point something out really quickly. There is a little bit of excess band on each end. Cut that off. They're just bothersome, really. So this way you're actually going to have both eyes open whenever you're applying the lash. Okay, you guys, so I'm just gonna explain to you how you do this technique, because this is not the way I normally put mine on. So I'll be concentrating a little bit harder than normal, and it's hard for me to talk and concentrate. So you're just gonna, with both eyes open, you're gonna just take your lash and you're just going to, while you're looking down in your mirror, just place it on to your lash. Again, from where your lash lid ends and where it begins. So you just want to kind of line it up to there. I like to place it down on the middle and hold it, and then I like to place it, you know, on either end first, either this end or this end, doesn't matter, and push it up into my lid, in the hair into my lid, and do the same in my inner corner. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing whenever I apply these. Also, you guys, when it comes to glue application, you want to take a less is more approach, because the more glue you have on the band, the longer it's going to take to dry. And if you're in a rush and you think that it's tacky, you're going to put it on too soon and it's not going to act right. So you just want to make sure you put a thin layer of glue on your lash band. Okay, so got it lined up and ready to go. You guys can see what I'm doing here. So this glue will actually dry clear. So as you guys can see, I don't know if it's just second nature or habit for me, but doing that second technique, I'll, with my eyes open, put it on, but I always revert back to, I like that bird's eye view from this angle to see what I'm doing up top. So, okay you guys, here we go again. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you found it informative. Be happy when that white dries, but it will dry clear and will look just like the other one. So, and then another thing you want to do is you want to work with them just to make sure they're on the same accord, especially with these big flared ones. You want to make sure that one isn't down more than the other, because then it just makes your eye look like super weird. My eyes, one is different than the other. It's kind of strange, but one is more closed than the other, so my lashes always look different with anything that I do. Okay, so like I stated earlier, if you were new and this is your first time watching, if you liked what you saw, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. All of my subscribers, I will see you again soon. Much love. Thank you again for the support. Hope you found this video extremely informative, and if you use this video to apply your lashes, please let me know. I would love to hear from you. You know, I love engaging with you all. So I'll see you guys again soon. Much love.